So, hey everybody. I guess this is the first video that is going to be low quality, but I didn't want it to be low quality, so I didn't set my camera on anything lower than the best that it could do, which isn't too bad. This camera is a Samsung NV42 HD, and it's really not all that bad. It's a point and shoot, but it also does HD video, which is cool, but whatever. Anyway, none of that matters. But you guys did want to hear more ramblings. I'm going to turn it away so you guys don't have to watch my dog take a crap. I make a lot of jokes about being stuck out in the cornfields of Ohio, and I would like to apologize because it's not all cornfields. As you can see, there are also quite a few soybean fields. In fact, this year they decided to do soybeans on that back field that you're looking at there, and on the side field that you can see over there, which is actually all the same field. And then if we swing back to the dog not taking a crap, you can see over there, right there, that there's more soybeans. So I don't know what the deal is, other than the fact that if you rotate the crops, then it does a lot of good for the soil. So whatever. Okay, so let's see, a couple of questions that people have come up with that they've asked me that I need to address. One is, how did I come up with my name? I'd like to direct everybody, I'll probably put an annotation, I'd like to direct everybody to pbfcomics.com. I may be wrong, it could be net, it could be org, who knows. Anyway, that's Perry Bible Fellowship comics. If you haven't ever gone there, they're just hilarious. Most of them are extremely irreverent and just off color, I guess. But absolutely hilarious nonetheless. And there's one particular strip that I really loved, and it's called Dinosaur Meteors. And in it, there's Xander, that you see in my other channel's logo, standing there welcoming the meteors from the sky to end civilization. So, well, dinosaur civilization. After watching Superfly's video this morning, I'm trying desperately hard not to say or ah, which was the whole point of his video, I think. Actually, it's the point that I got out of it, is try not to say it. And so, what other questions have you guys asked me? Yeah, I'm not really sure. Someone did ask me about my music collection. One of the problems that I'm running into in making this channel is the fact that I do want everything to be original, so there is probably not going to be any music. What I may do later on down the road is do some music reviews of what will end up being what was called in the 90s the alternative explosion. I was never big on grunge, never really big on classic rock, so I definitely got into what in the mid-90s, early and mid-90s, they called alternative music, which really didn't define anything other than, I mean, they may as well just call it new music, because everything that came out was considered alternative by somebody. And there's my dog doing his part to answer Rick Perry's prayer for rain. And my music tastes haven't really changed a whole lot. I've branched out a lot. I listen to a lot more stuff. As I get older, I've realized that I actually like older music the older I get, although I only go back so far as maybe the 70s. Beyond that, I just don't really care all that much. I know I'll catch a lot of flack, and maybe even after watching this, if people have already subbed before watching this video, I may lose some by saying exactly what I'm about to say, but I don't like the Beatles. I have never liked the Beatles. I think a big part of that was I had a friend that was in love with the Beatles, and so many times I was forced against my will to listen to outtakes and demo tracks and all of those wonderful albums that came out in a 400 CD collection back in the early 90s that were all basically crappy versions of songs I never liked in the first place. And so my love and joy and care about, I'm gonna have to move, we got sweat bees, anything that I ever did like about the Beatles has been completely and totally taken away from me, and I'm actually okay with that. I'm trying not to knock you guys over. Plus, I'm trying to keep you out of the wind, at least as much as I can. There's Scotch. If you have any questions about Scotch, Scotch is a pit bull mutt. I'm not sure if he's a mix. I was told that he was 100% pit bull, but he's not. There's no way he could be. I don't think. If you heard that, that is me lighting up a cigarette. I'm currently in the process of trying to convince myself that quitting is not only a good idea, but necessary. We'll see how that works out. As it currently stands, I've been smoking for 14 years, and I think that cutting back is probably going to have to be my step one, even though I've heard people say that if you just cut back, it doesn't actually help because it's always there, etc., etc. But I figure that anything I can do to smoke less is probably better than not doing anything at all, or trying to go cold turkey and ending up killing something that doesn't need to die because I'm frustrated by not having a cigarette. What else have you guys asked me about? I'm not really sure what else you guys have asked me about, so let me think about something here for a second, and I'll get right back to you guys and see if I can come up with something else to talk about for a couple of minutes.